Being black in South Africa, especially in the past year and a half, has been extremely difficult.
Being white in South Africa today is actually really easy. Almost too convenient if we're being honest.
Being colored in SA today, for me personally, I don't know, it feels like I'm somewhat overlooked.
Being white in SA today, honestly I can tell you it has no effect on me. I blend in with all different cultures and all different types of races.
The university that I went to was quite white, and because of that there were a lot of assumptions that were made. Because the friends that I had, it was often that like, oh my gosh, it's the coloured girl, she's going to smash a bottle and she's going to stab you. And often it was the violent aspect, so it was like, oh my gosh, you're from Cape Town, like you must be violent, you must be aggressive. So if I get upset about something, it's like, oh my god, it's going to start a war.
Very confusing time in a democratic South Africa when we are still being fed the myth and the fallacy of a rainbow nation, which is something that just does not exist.
As a white youth South African, I feel white privilege does or does not apply to me. Well, of course it applies to me. You know, there is something such as white privilege. We do have our slight benefits.
I've experienced a lot of subliminal racism, a lot of structural racism, and it often happens in social settings.
As a white youth in South Africa, I feel like white privilege, it applies to me of course, but it was really, really hard to realize that.
The stereotypes I have to deal with, well, I don't really have to deal with specific stereotypes, but furthermore I do get judged to some degree, just like everyone else, I guess. Mainly Lani people.
As South Africans, we're still lacking in, economic freedom.
The stereotypes I have to deal with, there's nothing really detrimental. There's white girls can't dance.
Still to this day, like, I'll speak differently if I speak to a white person and if I speak to a colored person, but it's not something I put on, it's more something that just happens automatically.
I feel like SA does not care about white youth.
I feel like South Africa does care about white youth. We've seen it. They will get so upset about a young white girl because someone said something that was kind of mean to her.
There isn't enough at the moment to fix the situation the way we want it to be done.
How do we then, after acknowledging our privilege, try and give it back or give it away?
I hope that one day we get to a sense of equality.